What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is April the 16th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that though, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, don't really have a whole lot today. We have Powell coming out at 1:30, giving his economic outlook, monetary policy, how the economy is doing. So that one should be a very interesting conversation. In the past though, during these types of circumstances, Powell oddly does calm the broader market, so we'll have to kind of wait and see. So that's coming out at 1:30. Aside from that, it is just tariff related. So you have the states increasing the tariffs up to 245%. That was done overnight. Then also Trump kind of putting some barriers against Nvidia. So it's just not necessarily a good scenario, but it does look as though China is open to now discussions if the states shows respect as what they stated. So I think it will be happening sooner rather than later. Futures, though, are somewhat mixed. Dow is up 0.03, S&P down 0.78, and then NASDAQ is down 1.33%. Getting right to it, so based on this, so SoFi is down slightly, so just piggybacking off the broader market and sort, but 12.94% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 139.35 million shares. So shorts didn't really do all that much yesterday, so they just kind of sat back and chilled for the most part. So we'll wait and see whether they double down based on all the fear that popped out late last night or whatever else. Some key points to watch for though, with it at 1079, trading between this S1 and S2. 996 is going to be a strong support. I don't see that being touched today. And then 1091, that's going to be a key level that SoFi really needs to fight and get over if you are going to see any sort of recovery. So again, just kind of watch for those. Moving on, IBKR is getting hit quite hard, down 7+%, and that's because of their earnings. So not a good kind of start to earnings season, but 2.15% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 2.2 million shares. This isn't a squeeze play. I like to bring this up for analysis purposes, but shorts were actually returning leading into the earnings, insinuating that they felt that their earnings was going to be a beat. So a little bit of a surprise there. Once the market does open, if this does get hit, I'll definitely be a buyer of IBKR, but right now with it at 161, it is trading between this pivot and this S1, so 157 is going to be a strong support. So if you're a value investor, you're just looking for a deal, try to orient it towards that, and during the trading day it could just gravitate initially towards there. Flip side, 178 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. That's most likely off the table no matter what circumstance plays out. So I think today is just going to be playing with this S1. Moving on, Nvidia. And so Nvidia is down 6+% right now because of this. So the H20 restrictions from exporting them to China. So that's going to cause Nvidia to take a estimated around 5.5 billion hit, so chump change of course. So at the end of the day, this is not good, but if they do come to some resolution between the states and China, then yeah, a lot of this fear that has been really plaguing the broader market is going to be lifted and Nvidia will just bounce back. So again, take time, do your own due diligence. I myself did buy them yesterday during the initial dip when this came out. So yeah, if you like stocks, dollar cost average, that's the best way to go about it. But right now shorts are returning 2.9 million shares. 1% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 2.34 million shares. So by shorts returning this amount, that almost is a 100% guarantee that they feel like today's pullback is unjustified. So again, this is why I like to analyze what big money is doing, and this is at the same time why so many people just get hypnotized by the headlines and then react. Whereas if you kind of look at a lot of the data behind the scenes, it shows a different picture, if that kind of makes sense. But with it right now at 104, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 104.25 is going to be a strong support. 111 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. I don't see that 111 being touched no matter what circumstance. That 104, it might touch that and potentially go slightly lower than that initially as fear and so forth, but I can see it closing in between this pivot and this S1. Moving on, AMD, similar to Nvidia, it's going down because of the China whole scenario. So it is down 7.34%. And similar to Nvidia, shorts are returning 86,000 shares. Nothing overly crazy in their case though, but 3% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 48.25 million shares. And right now with that 88 and change, it is trading between this S2 and this S3. So in comparison to a lot of other stocks, it's getting hit. And so whenever I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it on a 1-day chart. And so any stock right now trading between this S2 and this S3, the market either sees as damaged or is just truly oversold. So in AMD's case, where it is now, it definitely is very oversold. So 91.37 will be that next strong target. 83.29 will be that next strong support. In this case, I actually see once the market does open, it'll gravitate towards this S2. So actually be a good buying opportunity potentially. So, but no matter what, you do your own due diligence and all the other fun jazz. Same as Nvidia, I did buy AMD yesterday. Nothing really crazy. I think it was only like 10 shares, 5 shares or something like that. But nonetheless, AMD is one of those ones that is near impossible to catch the bottom. You just have to dollar cost average. And then last but not least is ticker SBEV. So up 104% yesterday. So it is simply piggybacking off of that momentum from yesterday. So it is up 30.5%. Over the last 1 year, though, down 78.64. No news, no SEC filings, nothing along those lines. 8.03% of the free floats being shorted. Works out to be 103,000 shares. So that's kind of what the market does like to squeeze. I know people like to throw squeeze out there quite a lot, but heavily shorted, low float, that meets that criteria, and plus good pre-existing momentum. Right now with that 369, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 310 will be a strong support. 512 will be the next strong target / resistance. So given the momentum, you could see this R1 being touched. So if you're a swing trader, add pretty much all these to your watch list. It'll be a volatile time, but could work out very favorably. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, if you're looking for some kick-ass buy signals, day trades, swing trades, whatever floats your boat, pop over to my Patreon and get buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.